morning, Warriors. I'm Kirsten Fisher with Haley Grimes and Jason Dobular. We've got your news for Thursday, September 17th, 2020. Jupiter Warriors Boys Lacrosse. Any potential new players need to email jupiterwarriorslacrosse@gmail.com with their name and cell number, along with their parents' or legal guardians' names, cell numbers, and email addresses as soon as possible. We hope to have a meeting in the near future so we can provide information about the upcoming lacrosse season. And now to Jason.
Thanks, Kirsten. All students interested in joining the National Art Honor Society, please check out the new NAHS website for a link to the application and other information about activities and exhibitions. Deadline for applications is October 30th. Please remember, past members must fill out an application for each year of membership. And now to Haley.
Thanks, Jason. Guidance has launched a new college information site at jupiterhighschool.org. Click on College and More for everything you need to know about the college application process.
Students, have you ever wanted to be an officer in the Bob Ross Club? Well, please fill out the Google Form application. The first meeting of the Bob Ross Club will be coming soon.
All potential baseball players will need the player info sheets filled out and sent to Coach Mook. The forms are on the JHS Athletics website under Baseball. A players' meeting has been rescheduled to Tuesday, September 22nd at JCP. Seniors and juniors will be at 3 p.m., and sophomores and freshmen will be at 3:30 p.m. Any problems, please see Coach Mook.
Students interested in playing fall sports, eligibility packets are due to the front office in the appropriate box. NFHS certificates can be attached or uploaded online. All details are on our athletics website. There is one box for football and one for other fall sports in the main office from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Cheer packets will continue to be turned in to Coach Vine. If you have any questions, please contact the athletic director, Ms. John.
You've been waiting for them, the birthdays. Happy birthday, Dr. Easterling, Giovanni Alvarez, Jose Cruz Sanchez, Jaandra Dozier, Brittany Foster, Nicholas Franz, Alexander Hook, Terrence Johnson, Kylie Koenig, Gerbert Muller, Antonio Naberto, and last but not least, Matthew Williams.
Happy birthday to all of you. And now to Miss Foss with part 2 of our reopening orientation. Got some exciting stuff coming up, so buckle in and get ready to be orientated. Have a great day, Warriors.
Hello, Jupiter High School students and parents. Thank you, Ms. Saunders, for the introduction. My name indeed is Kelly Foss, and I am also an assistant principal at JHS. We are going to continue the conversation regarding the COVID protocols and your return to school, if you are indeed returning to us on Monday, September 21st. If not, when you return, I'm sure many of these practices will still be in place. To begin with, let's talk about screening at home. Students, before you even enter the school building, you should do a self-assessment. For elementary age students, parents will be more involved in this process, but for high school students, you likely are capable of a lot of this on your own. Please be sure to self-assess in the morning and make sure that you have not experienced a fever greater than 100.4 degrees or chills. Be sure that you don't have a cough or any kind of shortness of breath, that you have not lost your sense of taste or smell, that you've not experienced any nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea, and that you don't have body aches, fatigue, or a sore throat. If you're feeling fine and ready to go in the morning, then also please be sure to consider where have you been in the previous 14 days. If you've been in close contact with somebody who's been diagnosed, if you've been in close contact with somebody who is feeling some of the symptoms in which I just described, or if you have traveled to a place and quarantine is recommended, then we ask that you stay at home. In addition, students, if you have had a COVID test and you are awaiting a COVID result, again, another reason for you to stay home. It is very easy for students to make a selection to go from brick and mortar learning to distance learning. That is a tab, or I'm sorry, actually that's a tile that you will utilize in your student portal to let the school know that you are going to be moving from physical brick and mortar school to virtual school for some of these reasons that I just described. Students, if you are feeling ill, we do ask that you notify the school within 24 hours of a positive COVID test. You will be notifying the school by calling the main office phone number, which is 561-744-7900. You will ask for our principal directly, Dr. Ionetti. If Dr. Ionetti is not available, her phone calls scroll to her confidential secretary, Miss Kidd, and she will be happy to take the phone call. It is necessary for you to report a positive test result so that we as a school can begin tracing and notifying students or staff members without using your name that they perhaps need to watch themselves for symptoms or quarantine. Students, you will be seated via a seating chart in each one of your classes. It is imperative that you follow the directions of your teacher and sit in your assigned seat for exactly this purpose. If you or somebody else in your classroom feels sick, we have a record of where everyone was in proximity to one another while in the classroom, and that helps us then trace and notify students or faculty members who might need to receive the information. In addition, students, if you do have a positive COVID test result, we will also ask you who else you might have been in close contact with while at school, walking in the hallways from class to class, sitting down at lunch, or riding school bus transportation. I know that Ms. Saunders touched on transportation a few minutes ago, but you will also have a seating chart while you are on the school bus, in addition to also wearing your face mask. Again, the seating charts in the classroom as well as on school-sponsored transportation are to assist for tracing purposes should you or someone in contact with you become ill. Students, if you begin to feel ill while you are on campus, our school nurse is here and available. Please alert either your teacher or a faculty member that you're not feeling well. An escort will be provided to you so that you can get to the clinic, where the nurse will then assess you for possible COVID symptoms or maybe some other sickness that you might be experiencing. If the nurse deems that you are indeed possibly a COVID patient, you will be asked and escorted to a COVID safe or an isolation room where you will wait for your parent or guardian to come and pick you up. Parents or guardians, you will be notified via the school nurse that your student is possibly ill or sick with COVID and that you need to come to the school to pick them up. When you do that, parents, you will be coming to the school but not leaving your vehicle. When you get to the school parking lot, there will be somebody who will greet you, and they will radio in that you are here to pick up your student. Your student will be escorted from the isolation room out to your car so that there is minimal contact with other staff members and students here on campus. Okay, students, so once you've assessed that you feel healthy and you are ready to return to school, you need to know that we have a new bell schedule. For those of you that are going to continue on virtual learning, you too are going to abide by this new bell schedule. It is essentially our old bell schedule, meaning pre-COVID, where we had 50-minute classes. But this school year, we are going to add in lunch A and lunch B. For those of you that are trying to determine your lunch is determined based on your 5th period class. So when you look at your schedule, if you have a 5th period class in buildings 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, or 10, then you have lunch A, which means you go through periods 1 through 4, then you attend lunch, then periods 5, 6, and 7. However, if you have a 5th period class in buildings 5, 6, or the portables, that means that your day is periods 1 through 5, then lunch, then periods 6 and 7. Students who are learning virtually, your Your lunch is also still determined by your 5th period class. However, you are eating lunch at home. Students, when you return to campus, you will notice not only directional signs in the hallways, but you will also notice additional portables have been placed here on campus. Originally, we had portables 1 through 20 at the back of the school, which are all classrooms. We have portables 21 through 46. The map is a bit confusing, and all students will receive a physical map when you arrive on campus, either Monday the 21st or whatever day you arrive back to school. This map is also posted online, and you can see it here on the screen. First, let's talk about the portables. The portables might seem a little out of order, and they kind of are. So in the back of the school, where you are used to seeing portables 1 through 20, you will also see an additional 3 portables. Portable 21, portable 22, and portable 23. Portable 21 is nestled in between portables 16 and 17. So although the numbers don't make sense, there was space available to add an additional portable in that location. Portable 22 is between the 6,000 wing and the 7,000 wing, and portable 23 is located between the 5,000 wing and the 6,000 wing. In addition, there are new portables just outside of where the agriculture department classroom is located. Basically behind portables 1 through 8 in the open field area is where the new portables were added. 8 of those portables are ready to go. The rest of the portables are under construction. If you have a class in one of those newly opened portables, students, please be careful of the construction and monitor for signage, as well as any construction employees who are giving you directions on where to go. In addition to the new portables, you will also notice directional signs inside of the building. Although most hallways are one-way directions, there is one hallway that is two-way directions. The 4,000 hallway is a double direction. Please be sure that you walk to the right and that you continue to wear your mask properly, covering your nose and mouth while you are on campus. It is important that you consider your schedule and consider how you get from one class to another. Students, please do not be nervous about the 6-minute pass time that we have built into the schedule. We are not utilizing tardy passes at this time when you arrive back to campus on Monday the 21st. We realize that when you arrive, everyone will need lots of help getting from one class to another. Not only because the new portable addition is confusing, but also because the hallways are as well. Let's take, for example, if you have a class in the 5,000 building upstairs and you then need to get to a class in the 4,000 building upstairs. If you are leaving room 5201, for example, you would think it would be very easy to just move from the 5,000 hallway out to the 4,000 hallway, but that is not the case. If you your map, when you leave the classroom, you actually have to head west because the 5,000 hallway is only a one-way direction. It is only west. The stairs at the back of the 5,000 building are down only. So that will be the way that you could get from the 5,000 building downstairs or outside or possibly even into the 4,000 building. Follow the directional, the stairs. Again, it will take you additional time. So do not worry about the 6-minute pass time. There will be lots of adults in the classrooms to help you get from point A to point B every class period. And to close out, let's talk about making your choice between virtual learning versus brick and mortar learning. At this point, if you are returning to campus on Monday, September 21st, then we hope that you have logged into your student portal, you've accessed the tile that is labeled Make Your Choice, and that you've completed the survey indicating that you are indeed returning to school physically or brick and mortar. Once you have selected that, you will also be asked a transportation question. If you need to ride school-sponsored transportation, please indicate both an AM and a PM run, and your bus information will be provided to you. Keeping in mind, students, that you need to wear your mask while waiting at the school bus stop, as well as when you are on the school bus itself. If you are feeling ill and you need to make the selection to go from brick and mortar school to virtual learning, you will indicate that choice using the same tile in your portal, Make Your Choice survey. Instead, select virtual learning. There will not be a transportation follow-up question at that juncture. Students and parents, we do ask that you make your selection on the Monday prior to the week in which you want to return if you intend to come back to brick and mortar school. This is for planning purposes, for numbers, for teachers, for seating charts, etc. Please do not make a selection on Monday and then send your student on a Tuesday. If you have a special circumstance, please feel free to reach out to your student's guidance counselor or assistant principal.